Good morning, WikiTree, and all of our buddies out there. I don't know who's here. You get Megs and me this morning.
They'll pop in a second, Julie.
Yeah, and
Isabella Racino. I just like saying her name every week.
Hi, Isabel. Yeah, we had a nice chat the other day. Isabel and I did. And Sarah's missing this morning because she got tied up with her car, and she will be here in a little bit. So you're going to just have to tolerate what Megs and I have to throw at you.
Hey, Chris, how are you? Good morning, Tommy Buck from the Bayou.
Hello. Good morning, Chris, Tommy, Mindy. You don't get the fancy music this morning because I don't know how to show it.
Or the intro, no. Well, so, Julie and I could sing. Julie and I actually did a duet at Roots Tech this year. On the speaker system. We sang, what's the name of that song? Everybody says it's Jeremiah was a bull. Joy to the World?
Joy to the World. We're not going to do that to them.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No. It was the third day of Roots Tech, and we'd kind of gotten a little punchy and
punch. You know how we get when we get really, really crazy and punch drunk when we're doing the source-a-thons? Take that and multiply it by about 80, and that's what it's like at Roots Tech.
Yeah.
Morning, Joyce from Nova Scotia.
Oh, Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
You're beautiful up there.
Canadian people. It is gorgeous in Nova Scotia. It truly is.
Mm-hmm.
Punchy, punch drunk. Oh, Chris is trying to give us. There's a little bit of a lag when people answer us. There's a little bit of a lag.
Megs.
Yeah.
I've been in Livecast before.
Okay.
I just don't do the Saturday morning ones, so I don't know what the format is. But we're gonna just wing it, and we're gonna.
Joyce, are you saying that you try to be beautiful? It's Nova Scotia is beautiful, but you say we try. That's funny. That's funny.
I have a friend that was born and grew up there, but now she lives over in British Columbia. So I remember when she moved. She came down and stayed with all of her friends in the United States to avoid running into moose going across Canada.
A lot of people, like our family, had a big wedding out in Alberta, and so people from here went down and through the U.S. And a lot of that has to do with there's not lots of places to stop when you're going out the Trans-Canada Highway.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't as many places to stop and get food or to see things. So, I mean, there's lots of things to see, but it has a lot to do with wheat and barley and fields of yellow. So
yeah. Well, we were all happy to see her, so it didn't matter.
Unlike Nova Scotia, which is the place to go and get blueberries. Did you know that?
Yeah, because it's just right there by Maine.
For somebody who loves blueberry pie.
Hi, Elaine.
Elaine, right now, Sarah is at a car dealership. They have her car off the hoist and have it ready for her, but they have not come and gotten her to give her said car. So she's running a little late.
So we're killing time, basically. We're just going to chat amongst ourselves. Maybe show you some pictures in a few minutes. So. Okay,
Julie, I need you to throw a banner up for me.
I'll try.
And the banner says, warning, some content may be hard to see and may not be unseen after being seen. Okay, just put that up. Something along those lines. And I'm going to go ahead and do the question of the week for everybody. I got to share my screen. Let me get StreamYard off. I always take StreamYard off and put it on its own thing. So the question of the week. Yeah, it's pretty scary. So the question of the week is, do you have any Scottish roots?
Here, it's Sarah.
5 minutes late.
Everybody's so grateful that you're here, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen, and I'm not sharing the right screen. So let me stop the screen.
You're going to get a seizure if you leave that up there. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So now I want to share this screen. So we're just getting into the question of the week. Here we go.
She's got her shirt.
She's putting on her shirt. You're
We like
hilarious.
the flowers too. It doesn't matter.
Elaine, look at what you're doing to poor Sarah. So are you still at the car dealership or you
No,
now
I went to work and I'm using the meeting space and sitting in here.
Okay,
That's
cool.
nice. Thank you for rushing.
Yeah.
I was a little verklempt.
So I'm sharing my screen for the question of the week. I'll make it bigger. And like I said, there's something in here that you can't unsee. So, you know,
Oh,
there are lots and lots of great things. There's Scottish roots. Lots of people are talking about Scotch Irish roots, and there's a reason for that. Now, I'm going to get in trouble for this. I'm going to talk a little DNA, only because people are talking about Scotch Irish roots a lot in the question of the week. But like John Ackard is talking about that Jeannie tells him that he goes back to James II, King of Scotland, and talks about Margaret Tudor and all this stuff. And let's see, Eleanor Robarts is talking about the Ross family. And then she throws out a bunch of Irish names here. McInnes, Robertson, McKinsey, McLaughlin from the Isle of Skye, Cameron, McLean from Argyll, Morvine, McLean. She's so Scottish. She probably wears plaid all the time, tartans. William Peace is talking about his great-grandmother from Nova Scotia. Where are you? Nova Scotia. She can trace her father back to Scotland. And if you didn't know, Nova Scotia means New Scotland. So Nova Scotia is very, very highly, densely populated with people who have Scottish roots. They have their own dialect. There's a lot of people who still speak a form of Gaelic that's spoken in Nova Scotia. It's so cool to go out to Nova Scotia. Let's see on down. Okay, you ready? This is the thing that cannot be unseen. You ready?
I'm not sure.
You ready? And
I'm not ready.
we're not sure the censors are ready for this. Are there censors? Do we have censors? Here we go. Thank you to Gail Connolly who put that up, who says, according to Eddie King, I do, but they're somewhere in the 1600s or earlier, and I have not gotten past my mid-1800s. She searched the internet and all of that.
Just
Robin Lozier is like
keep scrolling. Keep going. There you no. Scroll some more.
I do have to say that it appears he's wearing some sort of undergarment.
I was going to say I didn't think that. I thought that the underlayment, shall we call them?
And this is also a mini kilt.
What?
This is a mini kilt. This isn't a regular kilt.
Yeah, that is not a regular.
Do you want me to scroll down?
Yeah.
I think everybody wants you to scroll down.
Joey's curious to know what's so funny here. So
here, this is what's so funny. So people have lots of Scottish king, lots of Scotch Irish. Now, on to the Scotch Irish. I said there's a reason for that. So my family, I'm going to show you this. My family has this beautiful tartan. You see this?
Yes, that's very pretty.
Isn't that pretty? It's called the Templeton Tartan. It was for a charter for a Scottish clan in 1948. It was done for the Templeton family of Lawrence County, South Carolina, which is all well and good. When we did our DNA tests for us, which we have all done really well, we discovered, I'll show you this. This is on the Templeton Templeton name study. We figured out that it's not giving me the big view. We figured out that these are the gateway ancestors for all the Templetons of North Carolina and South Carolina. The L473, the IM223, they are Scottish. This is my family. All these R1B M222. Guess who they are related to? Niall of the Nine Hostages, which is a supposed Prince of Ireland. So not Scottish at all, but we do have that beautiful tartan for that unknown. And I was trying to find a picture of Roger Moffat, who was a really good genia friend for me, who also has a kilt that he wears a lot. And my recently deceased friend, Bob McLaren, who worked for Family Tree DNA, used to wear kilts a lot. I also wanted to show you really quickly this. This is the DNA part. So this is a post from a scientific post paper that is the Irish DNA Atlas, revealing fine-scale population structure and history within Ireland. And the chart here shows how Northern Ireland, which is where my family is from, how Northern Ireland did a lot of migration back and forth with Scotland. And you can also see up here, this green and the Orkneys, that there's lots of green and reds here that came from Scotland as well, and even into Southern Ireland. The interesting thing is that there's very little immigration or migration, ancient migration, between England and Wales and Ireland. It was mainly between Scotland. And if you've ever seen the Irish Sea, you would understand why people didn't want to cross the Irish Sea to get to Ireland. So that's a really cool study if you want to see it. It's the Irish DNA Atlas. So that talks about some of the reason why people are called Scotch Irish. And I also, that's the question of the week. So many great answers. But I also wanted to point out one more thing. And today is the 76th anniversary of the D-Day invasion. And we didn't have that on our docket for today. And I just wanted to mention that and say how proud and happy I am that we all live in a free society. We're in a place where people can be themselves. That's all I'm going to say. How cool is that? Because of sacrifices that our ancestors have made. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to shut up now. Did you do that to me shutting up?
Just to thank, it's like a thank you. Like, thank you, Mags. Thank you, Mags, for sharing all the Scottish good information.
Yes, so. I have to admit, my eyes were doing like that one emoji, you know, with the little things like.
I could pull him back up if you want me to. Here, let me share.
No, not for that. For all the DNA stuff.
Oh yeah, well, it was very, very small. I kept it.
It was, and I've always wanted to learn more about DNA. I just haven't been able to take that dive yet.
You know, I have noticed that you've been working on DNA.
Well, you and I talked about this the other day. You gave me some good advice and I actually have my materials here ready to roll, but I just haven't been able to get to it.
I've noticed that you were hopping around on your DNA sandbox.
Oh, yeah, the free space page you helped me set up. Yes.
Yeah. Hey, David, Nickel, Northern Ireland, Ulster. Yeah. What's that, Sarah?
I said a lot of people hopped in as you were doing the question of the week.
Yeah.
Hey,
we have who was it? Here from Ireland, Scotland. Who's here? David Nickel from Northern Ireland.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep. He is probably a cousin of mine.
Oh, cool.
No, I'm just kidding. Like, I don't know.
Oh, well, it is a small.
Every one of my Irish ancestors are Northern Irish. So, and then I married somebody that's family's from Donegal.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Hillary.
Hey,
Mags,
Hillary.
Tommy wants the links that you just shared. Maybe if you post it in the G2G link for today's post, you put those links there.
Let me pull it back up.
Just because we can't share them really on YouTube. That's where Tommy is.
I can't post the link here. So let me go to Facebook.
Okay, Tommy, she's going to put it on Facebook. Are you able to get on Facebook and get those links?
I can. I'm on Facebook already. Let me just go to the WikiTree page.
So yeah, I don't know if they told you why I was late, but I got a flat tire yesterday and I had to go to the dealership this morning to get that fixed. And it took me 2.5 hours. So
Nice.
yeah, got there at 7:30 in the morning. And yeah, so that was fun. It was free though, because I have warranty on the tires, so I didn't need to pay anything.
I was so excited I got a flat tire at the cottage, and I drove the van from the cottage all the way in.
I don't know if they told you what.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we can hear me.
I know. And I had to I had a flat tire, and I drove all the way to the store in this town that's not close to our home, and they fixed it for free because my aunt who used to own the car had bought the tires there. Can you believe that? That was so fun.
Only Mags would be excited about a flat tire.
Yeah. Well, it's somebody else that she can go talk to. Megs will talk to anybody. So Megs, when you're in the grocery store, do you make all kinds of new friends? This is not an insult. I do the same thing.
No, but I would probably say people that in the grocery store that I go to normally probably know me. Oh, here comes that lady. She's always an orange. Run!
So Susan's asking about the app we showed last time. If you go on G2G and just search ancestor list, you'll be able to. You should be able to find it.
I'll see if I can find the link to it and put it up here too.
I got it saved.
Okay. Remember, that won't show on YouTube.
I got the link.
If you go to it is on our apps page, isn't it?
It is. It's under Ashley. I'm gonna post it.
Here can also. I have to share my screen anyway.
Well, I'm on the apps, the project page. I'm not on the apps page. That's what happened.
I know that people just love watching us just look at our computers and try and figure out what we're doing.
I'm very sorry. Somebody else talk.
Pourquoi?
Okay, I'm going to share my screen so everybody can see where you can find these apps, and then we can go into the rest of the stuff for
Here,
today.
I posted it in Facebook.
And this is the link for the apps.
Well, I'm on the apps, the project page. I'm not on the apps.
I don't know who did that.
The ancestor list is not here, is it? Is it here? Oh, check stickers. No,
Ancestry. I can't read it. It's too tiny.
Citation builder? No. It's not on here.
It came out, wasn't it in last week's newsletter?
Yes.
So if you just go to the G2G feed.
I posted it in the chat so people can see
just
it.
So everybody can also ancestors.
Here.
Oh wait, no. That didn't work as well.
I just put the URL up on our screen here, so if you guys want to jot that down.
Susan Doherty, I know where your family's from. Your family's from Donegal.
I don't know. I thought I could find it easier. Oh well.
I put the banner up with the link to it.
See. So that's the link for the.
It's called Ancestor List.
Yeah, I tried to search.
Check out the link on the screen, and you can jot that down for later.
Oh, it's called Ancestor List Maker.
And it's slick. It runs really fast, out to 20 generations, and it's pretty cool.
That chat link only takes you to a search page.
So if you use the link that is showing on the screen right now, the apps.wikitree's/app/Ashley1950/index. That should work.
So I just did it. I can share my screen again. So I just ran it on my dad, who has lots of great ancestors. Let me go.
Hi, Esme.
So this is a list of my dad's immigrant ancestors, American immigrants. So there's quite a few.
List maker.
Down.
There we go. Ancestor list maker.
So that's what it looks like, and that's what we're talking about. And we put the link down in there. You just enter in the WikiTree ID of the person you want to check. You tell it how many generations you want it to go. I put in 20 just for fun. And then there's a list of things that you can do. American ancestors, all ancestors, American Revolutionary ancestors. Let's do that for my dad. Let's see what happens. It takes just a second to run, and it lets you know it's running because usually these 3 dots move. There we go. They're moving. And Chase Ashley did a great job with this.
Super cool.
It is super cool. And it really lays it out in a very good way. It's like the WikiTree way. It's all the information you need. So here are all of the people that my dad has that interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry, I just saw something I need to start researching. Sorry, I won't go on into that
right now.
Sorry, bye. Anyway, so that's what it looks like. You can do American Revolutionary ancestors. You can do Australian immigrants, Canadian immigrants, European royals and aristocrats. You can do, oh, it's stuck.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Tommy said?
Yeah. Tommy, send him a note.
That's an interesting thing.
Yeah, definitely. Chase Ashley, send him a, I'm sure that would be an easy ad. So
and
you could probably
European royals.
You could probably post on G and tag it with apps and
Roy. You could do Roy, which might be interesting for some of our Nova Scotia people and people out in down east, as we call it here in Canada. People that are down east or people on the east coast of Canada. French and Indian War, Huguenot, Jamestown. Location text. Oh, that's new. Ancestors whose birth or death location fields contain search terms you enter. That's interesting. Magna Carta. Oh, Mayflower, Mexican-American War. There's all sorts of stuff that you can look for. It's fun.
Very cool.
And Jelaine says it's one of the nicest WikiTree apps ever created.
Yeah, it's pretty slick. I like it. It's pretty handy. I hope he's able to add some more categories. And if you all are familiar with using the stickers that are available, you can add those to your profiles as you create them, and they will show up in that list. Mm-hmm. It'll be easy to get back to them because they won't show up there unless they have the relevant sticker on them.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how, go out in G2G and ask, and somebody will help you. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions in G2G.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't be afraid.
Helpful. You
know, the fact that we have people that hang out in G2G that are just kind of waiting to help people with their genealogy is one of the things that I talk to people so much about when we're at Roots Tech. And
yeah,
which really brings people in is because we're so helpful and oh my gosh, we're collaborative.
Well, and if you have the question, you can bet that at least one other person, probably 10, have the same question. So don't worry about it. We were all new once. Heck, when I was new, there was barely anything here.
That was like so long ago, WikiTree didn't even exist yet.
No, it did. I think there were maybe 1,000 people here. It was, I started and I'm like, where is everybody?
Now you have me curious. Fine.
Okay.
So
Sarah, did you want to go ahead and do the photos of the week this morning?
Let's do the profile of the week first, okay, which I didn't get a chance to read ahead since I was busy. But I'll just kind of.
The only thing I know about Wallace Simpson comes from The Crown.
The show.
Yes.
So she was born in the United States in Pennsylvania. She had 3 spouses, all starting with the letter E, which I think is kind of funny.
Excuse me.
She married into the Windsor family on June 3rd, which was actually the Wednesday, which is why she was picked for this coming profile of the week. We usually try to find significant dates
Considering how she was handled, I would say that she was that she walked past the Windsor family. I don't know if she actually joined them. She was not treated very well, truly.
She wasn't. I mean, you hear people talk about her as, you know, in a negative way, and I can't even comment because I don't know enough about her. But I do realize that she wasn't treated very nicely by the royals. So I don't know. Maybe she can't be blamed for that. Maybe she wasn't a nice person. Dogs.
So interesting little thing I just noticed. So she divorced her previous husband a month before she married into the Windsor family.
I didn't know it was that short.
At least that's what at least these dates here.
I thought she was a divorcee long before.
Yeah. Interesting.
I like your background, Julie, on your profile page. She's not listening.
Well, the bio says a different date than the actual the data there. So I might And
how old did when did she pass?
She was a good she was 90.
And when did she pass?
She died in the, I can't read it. Was it the 80s? 1980s?
Yeah, 1986 is when she passed away. And he passed away like a little less than 10 years prior.
Okay. And they lived a pretty long, happy life down in the Bahamas. I think that's where they went.
Let's see.
It's exile after abdication. That's pretty big deal if you're willing to give up the crown of England to marry somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So her first husband was a violent alcoholic, and that's why she left him. And that's when she stopped marrying Americans, and she went. Her next two were from England.
Okie dokie, there, Sarah.
I don't know. Actually, her second one was from New York. I don't know. I'm just
if you have complaints
random
about today's
comments.
Webinar, Livecast, you can send them to Sarah at
Oh, excuse me. You made me choke on coffee. So Joyce, you seem to know quite a bit about Miss Simpson.
France was their main home. This is all from Joyce, our friend in Nova Scotia.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's just a little bit closer to England, so she probably knows more.
Yeah, she's in a different time zone too, probably.
Thank you, Joyce, for making us look a little bit smarter about that.
Did she know?
You can actually stay in their former French home now.
Oh, cool.
So that makes me ask, Isabella, have you been down to stay in their home? It is our royal family. You're so right, Joyce. It is our royal family. Being Canadians. Cheers.
Collaborate.
And listen. I always think of that that one song. Collaborate. Listen.
We're a lot older than you, Sarah. So we're not in the generation that probably listens to that song.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I try to stay up. I can't do it. My children are slightly younger than you, so.
Well, I feel like that song, the Ice Ice Baby song, came out. I don't know.
Oh, that was old.
Mm-hmm, that's old. The one. That's the one I'm singing.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know it. Sorry.
So that's our profile of the week. Wallace.
We always make it interesting, don't we?
Duchess of Windsor.
Hi, Amy. I just see Amy Gilpin popped in.
So let's look at our photos. I didn't mention
Amy, but Amy is probably Scottish heritage. Just
This
saying.
is our, oh. So our photo of the week is summer. So we don't have a lot of photos, but the theme was summer because it is basically summer, at least in the northern hemisphere.
It's here in Illinois, we don't get spring, so it is summer here. It's been in the upper 80s, low 90s here already.
We had summer about a week and a half ago, and then we had fall, and then now we've gone back to summer.
That's a good photo. I like that one.
That looks like a pool that we have. Every neighborhood in Ottawa has a little wading pool for kids up to about your waist. And that looks like one of those wading pools.
That's cute. Cute little kid. Where is that from? That reminds me of my Minnesotan relative.
Michigan.
Oh, well.
Thanks to Bill Sims.
North.
Bill always gives us good photos. That looks like fun. They're about to go canoeing or just got back from canoeing.
Cool. I love looking at everybody's old photos.
And all the old swimsuits. I was going to comment on the swimsuit the woman on the left was wearing in the other picture with the oars.
Oh, that's a swimsuit?
Yeah.
Wow. Looks like a lovely dress.
These are cute bathing suits. I'd probably wear that now.
I bet you would, Sarah.
They look cute.
They are cute.
Family holiday at the beach in Australia.
Oh, really? Cool.
And tagged all of the people in it.
Amy, don't be sad. You can find the guy in the kilt on G2G. Don't worry. But brace yourself.
Oh yeah, you're I don't know if you want to do that.
75% Scottish. I knew it, Amy.
Look at all those bathing suits.
Yeah, that's a very similar bathing suit to what the lady with the oars was wearing.
Wait. Okay. I'm not seeing it.
What?
Oh, here's the photo of the week. That's the one that was chosen, which is very cool.
That's
bathing at Zach Lake.
I need to go and wake Zach up and tell him somebody's swimming in his lake.
Zach, yeah, I wonder where that is.
August of 08.
1908? Yep, 1908. Obviously not 2008.
I don't think that's 2008.
In California.
The dancing guy. In the mini kilt. At the mini quilt. If only he had been wearing a quilt.
So he donated this, James Harris donated this photo to the Santa Maria Valley Historical Society Museum.
Nice.
That's a good thing to do if you don't have a lot of space to hold on to your stuff. Think about donating it to a museum. They'll take good care of it.
That's a great idea. I have 8 boxes of things that I got from my dad when he passed. 8 boxes of pictures and documents, and I'm gonna have to just set them to where I can't see all of them and do them a bite at a time. So.
That's what my dad did with some of my grandmother's stuff. He donated it to a museum because it had to do with the city itself. So they were really excited. They picked out a spot where to display it already.
Oh museum. My gosh, that's so cool.
Zaka Lake, not Zach Lake.
Oh, Zaka Lake?
Yeah, Zaka.
Yeah, it was hard to read. I thought it might be an A on the end, but
Melanie Robertson Gerhardt is in here talking to us about it.
Hi, Melanie. Zaka.
Oh, Zaka Lake. Well, it looks like the person spelled it wrong then, I think. Maybe.
No, it's handwriting. Who knows?
Look, another one from Australia. Look at those swimsuits.
Billy Kefeber, if you want us if you want WikiTree to do something about the Scottish ward, something.
Oh, Zach.
content-wise about Scottish wars, you should do a post in G2G and say, hey, let's do something on the Scottish wars.
Or you could talk to the Scottish, the Scotland project.
Like the person who's like Amy right now.
Yeah, like Amy. And
right
well, Amy, you know, get with Billy there. You guys can maybe do a little.
It's funny, they're each on a different platform though. Amy's on
Yeah.
YouTube and Billy's on
Isn't
Facebook.
Amy the leader of the Scottish project?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we mentioned Amy.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo.
That's a cute picture of two skinny boys.
That's
They're
really
cold.
cute.
Are they cold?
The mom was probably like, okay, boys, come here, say cheese.
Look at those ribs in those skinny children.
Oh, yeah. Summer swimming in California. This is the last one. I'll check the G2G post. Maybe there's some more secret photos. Hopefully none of anybody in a kilt dancing.
Okay, so I don't think that Amy and Billy can see each other, but I'm sure you'll be able, if just go to the Scotland Project page, Billy, and you'll find Amy and Bobby Hall, and they can help you put together, or you can at least talk about what to do with a sub-project about the Scotland Wars.
Yes.
Scottish Wars. That's a great idea.
Great idea, Julie.
Oh, thank you. It was Billy.
That's the only reason you came here today, was to have that idea.
Right.
The only reason.
That's a
Look
cute
here.
picture. Oh, is that
They have their canoes.
I can't see it. It's too
Chris says
small.
the little boys in the lake look like pre-super soldier serum, you know, like Captain America.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
They did kind of.
Wait for
Okay.
Chris Ferriello to talk to us about comic strip stuff. Have you done any comic pages on WikiTree, Chris? Oh, that's a cute picture.
Mm-hmm.
In their dinner jackets.
Oh, that's cool. I love the old 50s style dresses and stuff like that.
And the dinner
Jeez.
jackets, and yeah.
So they said that the Wintermutes, my grandma Sandy and her family, she told me that one of her classmates teased her growing up and said her last name should be Summermute. I guess because they like summer, or
It's funny.
oh, look at that one.
I'm assuming that the photo was taken by my great grandmother as her beau sister and parents are in the photo.
That's cool. I love the wildflowers there in the front of the house.
Mhm. Look, they're holding little doggy too.
Where is that? Does it say where it was taken?
This is SJ. Hurling 45.
Bye, Chris. I think he's leaving.
Okay, bye, Chris.
Either Sweden or somewhere in California.
When I saw the house, I thought Sweden because it looks like a lot of the ones that I have from my mom. It looks very Swedish.
Nice.
Don't tell me why. Don't ask me why, because that could be in America too. But it looked Swedish to me.
Swimsuit fashion.
It's interesting that so many of the pictures are from the early 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one. I bet she's hot, and she doesn't even show it.
Wet tendril running down her face. On a summer trip, I took my grandmother to the beach with me, and she was in her late 80s. And I was driving her in my Jeep, which had air conditioning. Yes,
Magnus, we haven't seen you for a while. Thanks for joining.
Yay, Magnus.
Oh, hi, Magnus.
We have color photos in the United States now, too.
So those are our photos of the week. Not many that were posted, but still nice to see all of them. Summer related. So remove that.
Cool.
Very
So
cool.
we don't have a project to discuss today, do we?
No.
No, we don't.
Just kind of chatting away.
Hi,
We
OG.
just spend a Saturday morning with our big cups of coffee and
I don't have anything.
You didn't get a Starbucks as you were racing through the change your clothes phone booth since we're talking about
quick
comments?
change. No, I have an energy drink, but I left it somewhere else.
Tommy Buck, you should show only pictures of you living people, not other people.
Unless you have their permission.
Yeah, so some people will show it, pictures of people with living people. That's entirely up to you and if you have the permission.
Let me see if I can find a picture of me in a bikini.
Oh, good Lord, Megs. We already saw the kilt. Come on. Haven't we done enough to them today?
Jelaine just said U.S. Southern Colonies has completed its first round of check-ins, and we have 40 recommitted members.
Nice. Very good.
Great job. Great job.
I'm really excited that's getting kicked off again. You guys
I am too. I am very excited. I'm very excited that Jelaine is taking this on, and Paula. I noticed Paula Ruley or Johnson was in some of them, and Susie McLeod. I'm so excited for these guys.
Great.
Am I in the?
We've had a number of
colonies.
Projects. What's that?
I'm asking myself if I'm in the Southern colonies.
Oh.
I'm in the main United States project. So,
Jelaine, could you spell out for us what is specifically included with the Southern colonies?
Now, wait a second. We asked Jelaine if she wanted to come on and talk to us about the Southern colonies, and she said
needs
no.
a couple weeks. She needs a couple weeks.
She's not ready yet.
Are you ready to talk to us?
I would just like her to list the colonies for us so that everybody can
recognize. So there's 13 colonies.
Whether or not they're included in that project. For those of us who are history ignorant, we need her to spell it out.
So there is New Hampshire.
That is not a Southern colony.
I don't know. I mean, is Virginia considered a Southern colony?
I was going to say Virginia first, but then
Maryland, Virginia, Carolina, and Georgia pre-1776.
Oh, there she's got it. Maryland, Virginia, the Carolinas, and Georgia.
Bob Dole says, "Is Australia a Southern colony?" It was not an American continental Southern colony. No.
Bob, are you in Australia?
Bob.
As I sit here and wait for him to answer like he's just sitting here talking with me.
Yeah, the little lag.
Yeah. So I can put some of my ancestors into the Southern colonies because I have a bunch of people that went to North Carolina.
You do?
Yeah, I have Carolinas and Georgia too. So I'm just thinking about the colonies in general. That's why I said New Hampshire.
If people don't know this about Susie McLeod has lots of North Carolina connections too.
Is it north or south? I thought she had south.
North.
South.
Oh, okay.
North. Oh.
It's right. It's kind of on the border, so she may have some spillover into the upper coastal regions of South Carolina.
Yeah, my paternal grandmother is the Georgia, Carolina area.
And Georgia was also a penal colony, Melanie.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, Georgia was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Georgia was a place where they like this. I have some Georgia ancestors.
I also have my paternal.
That explains a lot.
My paternal grandfather's Virginia, so my paternal side's very U.S. Southern colony. So.
And Bob, no, I'm not Aussie, oi, oi, or Aussie. I don't know.
Aussie, oi, oi.
Aussie, oi.
What the hell?
Well, he wrote it. Oh, where's our little bleep button, Megs?
Yeah, I know. Last time too. Did you see her last last time I said something and she thought I said something worse, and then
I never.
I said beach or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I said she was talking to me about the
Florida.
closed captioning, and I said, "Did it catch your word correctly?"
Yeah, I noticed that Facebook has, if they can make out the words, it puts the captions on it.
It doesn't
I
do a
noticed
fabulous job, but it does okay.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully they didn't catch the beach one.
We must differentiate. I'm still baffled about the Georgia penal colony. I had no idea. This is not a bit of history that I've ever learned. I'm gonna have to go get my books out.
This is why we come to the livecast. We learn something new every time.
Yeah.
Just like the Nova Scotia thing I didn't realize either.
What was the Nova Scotia thing?
That means new. Who just put beep? No, that means New Scott. I didn't make that connection in my head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who put that across? Who do you think?
Only Mags. Mags has powers now that we should not have given her.
It was totally by accident, and I'm telling you what, I am going to ride that horse.
Either one of us can boot you out, though. You realize that, right?
I do. You can
just be like.
No.
Remember that update we were doing during the cleanathon, and I disappeared and came back, and I can't remember. It was like a little time warp or something. You guys saw it. I just was sitting here. So. Oh, I know what it was. I got up to go let a dog in or out, and you guys saw me, and then all of a sudden, poof! I was back.
Georgia was also a debtor's colony, June Stearns book writes. Yeah.
June has a lot of knowledge.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Good history.
Once you do research enough in a certain area, you know all of the.
Yeah, I don't have any ancestors in Georgia or that area, and nothing below North Carolina, actually.
I have lots of ancestors in Georgia, but most of my ancestors who went to Georgia moved from somewhere else in the colonies down that way.
Mine started going west when they got to North Carolina.
Yeah, mine did some west, but it was when they went west, they went to upstate Georgia to like the mountains when the Cherokees ceded the lands. And the same with South Carolina.
So apparently we've been talking for 3,600 steps.
I just saw that. Way to go, Bob. I would be doing it if I could, but it might be awkward. So I don't want to yell to you guys from the other room.
You can't roll your laptop. You can carry it around it. Julie, just imagine, place your laptop on the bars and we could just watch you walking the whole time.
Oh, I don't have a treadmill though. I have an elliptical, so it would be like.
Oh, we would so enjoy that. Yeah, that would be even better.
Next time.
I'll hold you to that.
She was even making the sound effects.
It won't be pretty. Okay. I think we're babbling now. Time to wrap this up.
We're almost an hour in.
Yeah. So. We enjoyed everybody chatting with us this morning. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah. Are we leaving? I thought we just got started.
So I have
I know you just came back in. So
maybe we should pull up the guy from the G2G post again in the mini kilt.
Please don't.
Oh, come on.
You're itching to get back to this woman I was researching before we started. I went
and met. Don't you have to find that person you just found, Max? Research that person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty sure his name was not attached to that.
No. I want to see the kilt guy again. I'm gonna get it.
I mean, you can watch him all day long, Magus. Maybe just not on
I'll go out to my patio, and all of my neighbors will go, "Ooh, ooh!"
Just project him on the big screen.
Oh,
You could
I have a projector.
you could put your bikini on and go dance with him.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
I do have a bathing suit picture of me from last year at the cottage. I do. And it's not horrible. It really isn't. You guys are just
I
not.
just know that I would not put a picture of myself in a bikini up because
It's not. I wasn't in a bikini.
I know, or swimsuit. I don't. Oh,
I haven't even looked at a bikini in years.
Jackie, the kilt photo, it's technically a video. It's on the question of the week,
It's a
G2G.
Yeah.
it's a gift.
The GIF. The
And
GIF,
it's a mini
GIF.
kilt, to be clear.
Mini.
It's
mini.
a very small kilt.
Brace yourself, Jackie. You can't unsee it.
Extra mini. Micro mini.
I would love to come out and see you in Nova Scotia. We actually had a family trip planned out to Nova Scotia and had to cancel it this year. So, Joyce, that sounds like great fun. I would love to get together and have coffee with you when we make it out that way.
Yeah, it sounds like a beautiful place to visit. I was close. We went up to Maine, and I got like this far from the Canadian border. So
This far.
Seriously, if you know, in northern Maine, if you're driving along, they're like, brace yourself, it's almost Canada.
Yeah, watch out. You're getting ready to cross over a little line on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't come into Canada right now.
No.
Can. And nobody can cross over either, so.
Nope.
It'll be illegal.
Yeah, genealogist from away. That's fun, Joyce. I'm actually, Joyce, working on a little project for the Montbéliard Protestant immigrants to Nova Scotia. So if you want to jump in on that, I don't know if you have any connections to those people, the Montbéliard. So that's fun. That's another project on WikiTree. Just saying.
So many projects.
Were we leaving?
But then you said we just got stuck. You stopped us from leaving, Mags.
Did I?
My coffee's cold, so I need to go get some more.
My coffee is still hot.
Yeah, I know. Mine's not insulated. Well, everybody have a fabulous Saturday. It's a beautiful day here. I hope it's the same where you are.
It's raining here, but what can you do? We will see you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.